where they told me no, cannot make it through. Yeah, you taught me to, just believe and pursue, it will come true. Love is a way of taking from you. Eats you up, yes, when you take it home. No, it's not gonna get us anymore.
Welcome, everyone. We are getting started. Tell everyone we are here. We are live. It's going to be a good day today. The anthem is playing. We are live. You know it's going to be a good time. Welcome, everyone. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon. And so, welcome, everyone. Make sure you are sending the link out. We are in our first Friday of August, I think. And so, welcome, everyone. Tell the people we are live, send the links out. Send the link out. It's going to be a good time. Hello. I'm loving seeing everyone's beautiful faces. Welcome. We have an amazing day today. Yes. Send the link, share the link. We are live and in color. And we're going to start very, very soon.
As a black woman, there are many mountains to climb, barriers to slide, heights to jump, just to reach the dream we desire. But we're still not gonna give up, never gonna give up. Listen, we used to view life like a movie, down a longish path we wish you moving. We will find a script to just follow it by the same script. Let us do it there. For the life we lived through all our lives, along the path we met, sexism and racism. As a black woman, she gotta fight harder, she gotta be stronger. Love is a way of taking from you. It picks you up, yes, when you take it cool. No, it's not gonna get us anymore. We found a way through this life. Liberated out of those days. Yeah, we're trapped in a dark place. You're so beautiful at the other side. Not going back anymore. Now we found ourselves, we believe in us. Now we've drawn our fears before we're good enough to climb the highest mountain, have the wildest dreams. Now we found ourselves, we believe in us. You're a proud black woman. Love is a way of taking from you. It beats you up, yes, when you take it cool. No, it's not gonna get us anymore. We found a way through this life. Liberated out of those days. Can't lie, we're trapped in dark place. You're so beautiful at the other side. Not going back anymore. Yeah, I didn't know I could ever do where they told me no, cannot make it through. Yeah, you taught me to, just believe and pursue, it will come.
We found a way. We all of those things.
Going back
Welcome all of our girlies. Welcome Tika. Welcome Winner Farida. I see all of us live.
There was a way of taking from you. It gets you up, yes, when you take it cool. No, it's not gonna get us anymore. Find a way, find a way.
Love, love, love it. Welcome, everyone. That was the Black Sis Anthem. We are live. Yes, isn't it so soothing? It's like soothing, but like gingering at the same time. I love, love, love it. Welcome to everyone who is here. I'm seeing a lot of regulars, which is beautiful, but regulars, I need to see in the chat who you have invited. If you have not invited anyone new and you are a regular, it's going to be a problem. So this is your time now to go invite someone. This is your time now to go invite someone. I got my water. Y'all always have y'all water with you, okay? We need to be drinking more water out here as we're Black women in STEM. Love it. It's going to be such an amazing time. So let's kick off. Let's get into everything. If you haven't personally invited someone, then this is your time to do that as we are going through the key information that they're going to need to know. So, firstly, we are live on YouTube and on LinkedIn. If you are not on either one of those platforms, get there with speed. We are live every single week by God's grace on YouTube and LinkedIn. Unless we are having a special event, we are always going to be here every single Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern, on your live, on your computer, on your phone, on your TV, wherever you're at. So we're going into the icebreaker. Make sure you're saying hello to your fellow sisters, saying hello, telling them how much you appreciate them, telling them that it's good to see them another Friday. I do not want us to take for granted that we are living and we have life. It is such a big deal. I'm telling you, I don't know about you, but for any of those of us from Ghana, we had some really unfortunate news this week, and it was a reminder that life is of the essence. Life is up for the living. Life is not as long as you think it is. So let us live life to the maximal, and let us appreciate every time that we have. And so rest in peace to all of the ministers and the government leaders that we lost in Ghana this week as well. And so when I say hello to your sister and introduce yourself, tell your major, tell your name, tell where you're coming in from. I pray that you'll have the opportunity to continue to do this, but we have no guarantee. It is only by grace that we get woken up every single day. So let us take it very, very seriously, and let us not take it lightly. If you have chosen to be here and listen to me, if I have chosen to show up and speak to you, let us understand that this is really a privilege from God. All right. So as you're introducing yourself, you're going to be giving us your name, your major, your location. I have not seen many name, majors, and locations yet. I want to see all of our Nigerian girls, all of our Ghanaian girls, all of our US girlies. I want to see all of our girls from South Africa, from UK, wherever you're coming in from. Put it in the chat and let us know. And so if you haven't invited anyone, I'm speaking to my OGs specifically, for all of the OGs, make sure that there's someone following you every week to this call. If not, you're not doing well. You're not doing well. These calls are too rich to ensure someone else is not here. All right. So as you're doing that, also you can share your energy level, how you're feeling. How was this week? What's going on in your life? How is it being a Black woman in STEM? Tell us, give us the tea. So make sure the comments are really lively and they're for you. I hope you guys even gain wisdom, gain understanding of opportunities and things happening. So utilize that. And as you guys are doing that, I want to celebrate The MVPs of the week, we have Anita, Esther, and Dobby. I want to celebrate them. Aren't they amazing, beautiful, wonderful? So let's all give a round of applause for our MVPs. I'm trusting that your face should be on this slide very, very soon. So if your face is not on this slide, it means you have to double down on your engagement. So welcome, 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 welcome to Black Sisters in STEM and to all of our MVPs. Thank you guys for being so amazing and so awesome and being in our community. We couldn't have done it without you. Now we're going to get into why would one join Black Sisters in STEM. If you cannot already clearly see why, we will talk through it a bit more. But the perks of being in Black Sisters in STEM is being a part of a community that literally exists nowhere else. There are so many organizations, but there are so few, if any, that I know that focuses on Black women in undergrad and master's degree programs within STEM. This is an organization literally built for you by someone who has also went through what you have gone through. So this is your time to maximize a community that is relevant, a founder that is relevant, and understanding how to get through all of the fields, all of the things happening in your life, the career, the job, the friends, the resume, the LinkedIn, building your brand, not building your brand, what is going on, all the things. We talk about it at Black Sisters in STEM. And you get to stand on the shoulders of giants. Because why would you want to do it yourself? Why would you want to learn everything through trial and error? Literally, that is not wisdom. And so being a part of Black Sisters in STEM is not only the community, the wisdom, the understanding, the opportunities you need, but what other organization do you know is giving out monthly scholarships? I'll wait. Whether it's certification scholarships, laptop scholarship, internship stipends, academic book scholarship, whatever you are looking for and into, Black Sis got it. And so, I mean, it's the place to be. We are Black women. I think this is probably the time to just play our anthem real quick because it speaks to everything that we are.
As a Black woman,
so let's dance for a little
there
bit.
are many mountains to climb, barriers to slide, heights to jump, just to reach the dream we desire. But we're still not gonna give up, never gonna give up. Listen, we used to view life like a movie. Down a longish path, we wish we moving. We will find a script to just follow it. By the same script, let us do it big. What a life we lived throughout all our lives. Along the path we met, sexism and racism. As a Black woman, she gotta fight harder. She gotta be stronger. Life is a way of taking from you. It takes you up, yes, when you take it cool. No, it's not gonna get us anymore. We found a way through this life. Liberated it out of those days. Can't lie, we're trapped in the dark. Yeah, you're so beautiful at the other side. Not going back anymore.
I love it. I love it. I love it. That's my favorite part. Great. So we are proud Black women, and where else are you going to find that in the numbers? Unfortunately, but fortunately, it's in Black Sis. So we're going to take our creed. Everyone, lift up your right hand. We are going to take our creed, which is unique and specific to Black Sisters in STEM. It is truly a reflection of everything we are and everything we do. So as you say this creed, understand that this is what you're signing up for. This is what you're standing for. This is what you're saying you agree with. And if that is your story and if that is the truth, then say this with conviction and with pride. We say it with conviction and with pride. And so I want you to understand a creed isn't something you mumble. It's something that you declare. Like you did your national anthem. Hopefully you guys did that in school, but it was something you would declare and you would say it with all vigor. So let's put our right hands up. Right hands up. You can put your hand up in the chat so we know you're present. Yes, put the emojis up. Put the emojis up. And so on the count of 3, we are going to say our creed together. 1, 2, 3. I was born with a mandate of dominion. I will lead, affect, and impact the world. I am a Black cis woman, so I am fearless, continuously inspired and inspiring, and completely transformed. My life will impact my fellow Black sister to the right and to the left of me. Today, I solemnly commit myself to a life of an accomplished Black cis woman. So help me God. So that is our creed. Round of applause for yourself. Round of applause for yourself. Yes, 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 yes. We are going into the topic for today. And as we are going into the topic for today, the Moses of STEM, who happens to be me, welcomes you. My name is Yamiche Wilson. And if you're wondering, why should you be listening to me? And I think that's a very fair question. I actually think it's a question you should ask everyone you listen to. Why am I listening to this person? Who are they? How are they relevant to me? Why should I be listening to them? Do they have the results that I'm seeking for? If not, maybe you should question why you are spending your time listening. But if you are here listening, I am Yamiche Wilson, known as the Moses of STEM. I have been where you've been, and by the grace of God, I've done exceptionally well. I had upwards of $2 million in offers when I was graduating college. And all of these companies were from top companies in the world. I actually ended up going to Google, where I worked there for, I believe, 3 years. And I've also had experience at JP Morgan Chase, McKinsey and Company, PwC or PricewaterhouseCoopers. And I also like to let everyone know that I've had a lot of success in getting into top companies and programs. Even if I didn't decide to take their offer, I definitely got in. And so I'm grateful for that and grateful for the grace God has put on my life. And that grace is exactly what I'm here to share with you and give you information on. It is time that you also become everything that you imagine. When you're looking at your goals, I do not want us to become a people who constantly have to rewrite and rework our goals. No, we need to become women who complete them. And so it is now that we're going to talk about that. And today we had a session topic on conflict and resolving conflict. But honestly, I think what is on my heart for you all is really understanding how to maximize conversations and build a network. Because I'm noticing you all are not being as proactive as you can be when it comes to your career. And so today we're actually going to talk through these steps I would take if I were you in your position, looking for an internship, looking for a job. I do not want you to end this year with the same goals you had last year that are still uncompleted. And so if we are in the middle of the year, if we are in the third quarter, the fourth quarter is almost coming up on us, which means 2025 is almost over. You need to have this skill. This skill is called proactive outreach. I want us to put it in the chat. It's called proactive outreach. Proactive outreach. I want to see everyone put it in the chat. Proactive outreach. If you don't know how to do proactive outreach, you will constantly be waiting for people and they don't even know you're waiting on them. Proactive outreach. And proactive outreach is a skill that is needed for every aspect of your life. You will never not be doing proactive outreach. Even when you have maybe hit the height of your career, you're still going to be doing proactive outreach with your family, with your friends, etc., etc. Proactive outreach is critical in every aspect of your life. It's even critical with your relationships. So, we're still going to touch a little bit on social capital and building relationships because this is all relationship centric. But I need us to understand that you have to master this skill and you should set a goal. I believe 10 a week is pretty fair, which would be 2 a day, 2 every weekday. I want you to put a goal that every week you will reach out to at least 10 people who are related to your goals. And I want these to be monetary goals. I want these to be monetary or mentorship based goals. So I don't know each and every one of your individual goals, but I know all of you need mentorship and I know all of you need money. So we're going to talk through this process. The first step is mindset. I want you to understand that you will never go above where you believe you will go. For those of you who are triple OGs of Black Sisters in STEM, you know I say this all the time. And it's a quote from a famous US inventor. And he said, whether you believe you can or you believe you cannot, you are right. Whether you believe you can or you believe you can't, you are right. So I want to start with this because many of you do not reach out to people because you're like, what's the point? I've been reaching out to people and nothing's working. There's no point. I'm just over it. It doesn't work. Da, 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 da. That mindset is automatically going to put you in a place where it's not going to work for you. And so this is why I didn't want to talk about the following steps, the subsequent steps, until I address the fact that many of you have very poor self-esteem and low self-efficacy. And I know that as a Black woman, there are so many things that come to our face to make us feel as though we are not powerful. And even in this generation where you guys have it much better than we did, right? You guys don't have any issues with, you don't have as many issues with colorism as we did back in the day. It is celebrated to be dark skinned nowadays. We have celebrities like Lupita and all of those famous Sudanese models who make it like popular and fun to be dark skinned. But either way, there are so many things that have happened, and people around you, friends, family, parents, society, news, media, that has told you for some reason in some way that a Black woman in STEM doesn't really make sense. And I want you to take the time to actually write out all the negative things you've heard about yourself or you've heard about who you want to be. I want you to write them out in one side of the paper. It's going to be a two-sided table. And I want you to write all those things out. And that column is called lies. And then I want you to make the other column called truth. And I want you to write out the truth. The truth is that, for example, this is an example that I hear all the time from so many of you. I'm not smart enough. That's a lie. The truth is, whatever I apply myself to with diligence, I will be able to learn and even become an expert in it. Another lie, I can never leave my town, city, or country. Truth, all I need is a passport and some resources, and I can leave any area at any time. Right? I want you to understand these things because some of you have heard these things for so long, you actually believe them as truth. And so before we start out any outreach to other people, if you don't believe in yourself and have a strong foundation of truth, your outreach to other people is going to be very ineffective. Extremely ineffective. So that is step one. And I want you to end it with a personal affirmation. And I want you to create that affirmation for yourself. I don't want you to chat GPT it. I don't want you to Google it. I want you to create one that you know is so specific to you. Something you can say on a weekly basis, daily basis. I truly believe you shouldn't go any day without doing a declaration as much as possible. And whether you are the one who comes up with your declaration or it's someone else's declaration that you like, make sure to be declaring every day. Whether it's scriptures, declare every day to the best of your ability. And this personal affirmation, I want you to write it and I want you to keep it in a bank. Hopefully, this will be one of many that you make for yourself. You should be able to make a personal affirmation in every season of your life. In the season of a student, in the season of trying to get a job, trying to get an internship, trying to get a certain grade, trying to get into your master's, trying to get into your PhD. Every level can produce a specific affirmation. And so I want you to do this because I'm actually trusting that you will make these things habits. So this is not only the first and last time you're going to be making this list. Every time you feel like, no, I'm not thinking correctly, take time to make this list again and take time to make that affirmation again. And so I'm trusting that this will become a lifestyle. This will become a habit. This will become something you put in your pocket and you keep forever. This is something that you teach to your mentees, to your children, to your nieces, to your nephews, and make it personal. When you just do everything on ChatGPT, it's not as relevant. It's not as relevant because you know it's not you. So now that you've done that, let us get into the second step. The second step is your goals. I want everyone to Google SMART goals. SMART goals. SMART goals. If you've heard of it before, we thank God. If you have not, this is going to change your life. A SMART goal is defined as a specific, S for specific, M for measurable, A for actionable, R for results oriented or relevant, and T for time bound. Time bound. So a SMART goal has to be specific, measurable, actionable, relevant / results oriented, and there has to be a time on it. You are not going to put a goal and not put a time with it. If you have not created goals already, if you don't have a place where your goals are listed, written down, and I'm not just talking about on a spreadsheet or on a notepad or digitally. I want you to digitally create them if you would like, but I also want you to get in the habit of writing things down. So if your goals are not written by your hand, I want you to make sure you do that. And specifically, you're going to be making goals for this case or for this specific workshop. You're going to be making goals on money. You're going to be making goals on money and mentorship. I want you to make goals on money and mentorship. So, a smart goal for mentorship could be, I will reach out to 5 potential career or finance career mentors through LinkedIn by August 31st, 2025. That is a mentorship SMART goal example. Now, a money goal. I want to be able to, I will make X amount of dollars or Naira or cities or et cetera, in XYZ. So tell me exactly how you're going to make that money, whether it's brand deals or you're going to start selling food, you're going to start selling cakes, you're going to start selling water, whatever, by X date. And so if you have had goals, but your goals do not have money or mentorship in them, make sure you add those. And if your goals are not SMART, make sure you update them. And so that is step 2. Now, our sister asked a question here. Sometimes all of these steps seem not to change anything. I know that having a positive mindset and attitude towards things is great, but when your situation is not changing, how do you keep believing and stay motivated? That's a great question. And this is something that happens to everyone in life. So first thing I want you to know is that you're not the only one with problems, but you can be the only one allowing your problems to dictate your life. Trust me, successful people still have problems. They even have more problems than you likely do. But they have an understanding that every single day, the only thing you can control is yourself. Your situation is based off of your decisions. And so if your situation is not changing, before you say, woe is me, be honest with yourself. Are you actually effectively on a day-to-day basis being diligent with the things you can control? Number 1, are you being diligent with managing your time? Number 2, are you being diligent with taking steps towards your goals every single day? Number 3, are you being diligent with feeding your mind, aka what you see and what you hear, with positive things that are going to shift your mindset from focusing on the negative to the positive? If, for example, you are in a country that does not have great internet, there are people in your country who have made it and have become successful with the same level of internet. So the question is not, woe is me because internet is not effective here. The question is, how can you become successful outside of that? Because you can't control Nigeria, Ghana infrastructure. You can't control that. All you can control is your daily focus. Are there people you can ask to help support you get a Wi-Fi? Are there ways that you can strategically charge your laptop and your phone and maximize your use on them, that you shouldn't be on Netflix, that you shouldn't be on Instagram, that you shouldn't be on platforms that are going to waste your time and waste the battery life of your devices, instead of using your computer and your phone for action items that are going to lead towards your goals? Trust me, it's a hard reality to accept, but everyone is dealing with problems. One of the stories that I love the most is Helen Keller. She was dealing with a permanent problem. Most of us are dealing with temporary problems, and we are still giving up. Helen Keller, I believe she was blind and deaf, if I'm not mistaken. And yet she is world renowned for her audacity, tenacity, and her success as a woman, being able to write and be able to be someone that we can even look to as an author. So my first question for someone who's saying there's no point, I've made these goals, I've done this before. Number one, have you really done this before? I tend to notice people have actually not given 100% of their energy, not even 80% of their energy, their mental capacity, and their human resources. You'll be surprised how many people are interested in your success. And if you presented a plan, or if you asked them for something specific, you'd be surprised at how many people would be willing to help you. The second thing I would ask you, what are you doing in your life that is minimizing your success? Netflix time, Instagram time. Unless you're making money on those platforms, you don't need to be on those platforms for hours. Many people are watching Nollywood films for hours, and then they say their goals aren't working. How much time are you studying? How much time are you focusing on your craft? If you cannot showcase a consistent development and process of that, then can you really say your life is so negative, or can you say that you have not been effective? And so in this process of life, and one thing you're going to learn at Black Sisters in STEM is, I need you to be real with yourself. You cannot control many things. You can only control yourself. And the problem is, most of us do not control ourselves. But then we want to complain. How can we complain about things when the thing that we can control and have access to, we're not? Yes, I'm happy you feel attacked. And I trust that that attack will cause you to change, because these were the same conversations that I had with the Holy Spirit that made me realize my life is really based off of me. Trust me, you can come from the worst background and become the best. But most people are not willing to go into the lifestyle of discipline, consistency. Most people are not willing to master themselves, but want to complain about everything else. And that's why the first thing we discussed was mindset. Because if you think nothing is going to change, you're actually not really being honest with yourself. Most people I ask these questions to do not come back with a showcase that they've actually been effective. I don't want to hear about your mom. I don't want to hear about your siblings. I don't want to hear about your professors. I want to hear about you, because that's all you can control. What are you doing with your time? What are you learning? What are you doing to grow yourself? Do you even have your goals written out? Do you even know what time those goals should be completed? Do you have a breakdown of how those goals should be monitored and analyzed every week, every month, biannually, annually? You have to treat yourself like a business. The problem is many of us do not treat ourselves like a business, and it shows up because when you go to a company, you understand, oh, I need to do things by this time and I need to set goals. You understand that, but you yourself, you don't set goals for yourself. You don't do an annual review. You don't review the people who are in your life. Who are your personal board of directors? You don't have that. What are you learning on a day-to-day basis? How many books are you reading on a monthly basis? Let's be really real. And I hope you know I'm speaking with passion and love. I hope not to offend you. But I just want us to be honest. When we look at our lives, we treat other people, other people's visions, other people's work more important than we treat ourselves. When's the last time you affirmed yourself instead of waiting for someone to tell you you look good? When's the last time you took the time to say, what do I like to do? What gives me energy? What makes me feel at peace? And put that into your weekly schedule, your daily schedule. When's the last time you thought about what you eat? Because what you eat can make you ineffective in your goals as well. If you're eating constantly junk food and you're sleeping all the time, yes, you're not going to reach your goals because you're sleeping through the time you're supposed to be using to get to your goals. And I'm saying this to you and I'm saying this to myself. It's a constant process of growing. But if you don't start that process, you're going to be 50 talking about why has nothing changed in my life? These are things that you need to be able to start developing in your very young years. Me personally, by the time my kids are even able to really critically think, I'm going to be asking them these questions because I want you to understand if you make this a habit, it'll start becoming your lifestyle. And so no one will have to tell you, hey, stop eating all those Cheetos. You will know I need to stop eating these Cheetos. I'm breaking out. No one will have to tell you, hey, you need to go to the gym. You're getting big. Because let's be honest, I know we over here talk about let's not weight shame, but this is not about shaming you for your weight. This is about being honest and going to the doctor, and the doctor will even inform you your current weight is unhealthy for your body structure. And if the doctor is telling you that, this is not the time to say, oh, he's trying to be a hater. No, physically, your body needs to be at a certain level of fat, a certain level of muscle. But the thing is, we don't want to be honest with ourselves. So we're eating ourselves out of that. And then we're getting mad at people when they tell us that we're big. No one should have to tell you you're big. When you're getting big, you should notice and you should clock it. Time to lock in. And the thing is that it's little steps every day. Like my water. I wasn't drinking that much water, to be frank. And it was because going to my kitchen to pour water in that little cup every 5 minutes was not realistic for me. I'm always on a call. I'm always at my desk. That's likely not going to happen. But when I bought a container that would contain a lot more water. So I would only go to refill it very few times. Now I can drink so much more water. And it wasn't because I wasn't interested in drinking water, it just wasn't easy. So I made it easy for myself, right? You know what I'm saying? We don't take the time to actually do the little things that could change our lives. Now I'm probably drinking 4 times as much water just because I invested in a $10 cup. So did I get my money's worth? I got my money's worth and more. It's little steps. Oh, I don't have the network. Reach out to 2 people every single day on LinkedIn. Oh, my resume isn't good. Watch 1 resume video every single day. By the end of the week, fix 1 thing on your resume. Do that for 5 weeks. We make life hard. As I continue to grow, I realize we make life hard. My skin is breaking out. What are you eating? Have you noticed you've been eating a lot more oil, a lot more salt, a lot more sugar? Most likely because your body and your skin specifically is very reactionary. So if we want to talk about the skin, we want to start fixing the skin, unless of course you have a disease. But even diseases are typically correlated to your eating habits and your stress levels. So even if you want to minimize diseases, you might want to start thinking about what you're eating. How are you exercising? Are you stressed every day of your life? These things are actually putting stress on your body and causing you to be more susceptible to disease. It's not rocket science. I really feel like almost everything in life has a really simple solution. But can you diligently do that solution every day for 4 weeks straight minimum? That's the problem that comes in. For me, I know I have to read my Bible. When I do not read my Bible, I know I'm not going to be okay. But if I don't consistently make it a point, no, whatever happens, I need to sit down or I need to at least listen to at least 1 chapter of the Bible, I know my day is not going to go as well. And so it's the little steps of making a habit of reading my Bible. It's the little steps of making a habit to drink water. It's the little steps of making a habit to have a skincare routine in the morning, possibly in the night as well. It's a habit to start drinking things that are actually benefiting my body. Instead of drinking soda, cut soda, start juicing. By the grace of God, when I cut soda and I stopped buying soda, there's no soda in my household, by the grace of God. I'm forced to drink water or to drink juice. And this is pure 100% juice, not that unhealthy stuff. And so I'm actually drinking in things that are good for my body. Simple decisions. Stop buying soda. Stop buying high fructose syrup juices. Stop buying it. Because I control that. Stop buying chips and cookies all day. Start buying fresh produce and vegetables. You can control that. Even most of you, you're at an age where you can cook. This is not time to say, oh, my parents don't feed me well. Listen, you can't feed yourself. Well, time to learn. If you know your mom puts a little too much oil, you can politely ask her, or you can go ahead and make a little bit separate version for you. But I even believe if you even explain this very well to your parents, they would understand that, yeah, like maybe we could all cut this. Take accountability. And this session has gone completely where I did not expect it to go, but I love that because I really want you guys to know 2025 is almost over. I'm saying this to you, I'm saying this to myself. We got to lock in. We got to lock in. And we don't need to overwhelm ourselves. You don't need to do everything in one day. Pick one thing. So if you're going to stop drinking sodas and start drinking teas and healthy drinks, make that your goal for like a week. If you successfully do that, maybe move to no more cookies for a week. Next thing you do, no more chips or anything fatty and unhealthy for a week. Once you do that, 10 minutes of exercise every single day for a week. Once you do that, maybe 30 minutes of exercise now. And so within the span of 5 weeks, you have already completely changed your diet and your exercise habits. And so if we have a couple months left, you can have a lot of things that you change by December 31st. I'm not saying you have to change everything you do every single day. That's not sustainable. But the problem is you're not even picking one thing and choosing that one thing for a whole week and committing to it. So let's get to the fundamentals. I'm so happy this conversation went here because before you need to even do outreach to anyone, you need to master self. And you need to take time to master self. It's not something that's going to come in 2 minutes. It takes time. They say it takes 21 days for a habit to form. But studies show that it can take 40 days for something to actually become a lifestyle. So even if you do something for 21 days, you can stop doing it. But when you do something for 40 days, it's likely going to be your lifestyle. So I think the homework is clear. Who do you want to be in the next 40 days? That's the homework for every single person. Who do you want to be in the next 40 days? What habits have you built up in the next 40 days? 40 days is about 6 weeks. I believe, or is it more? Nevertheless, it's over a month. I want you to pick one thing you're going to do every single week for 6 weeks. And you have to be consistent on one thing per week. Let's see who we are in the next 40 days. Let's do it together. And if you are not a part of Black Sisters in STEM and you have not joined Sister Nation, you should, because we're going to be keeping each other accountable. The 40-day challenge. I'm in it, you're in it, we're all in it. So the link to join Sister Nation will be put in the chat. 40-day challenge, the Sister Nation 40-day challenge. I want you to even vlog or write about it on LinkedIn because I want you to be real accountable. I don't want you to be lying. So the Sister Nation 40-day challenge starts tomorrow. And we are going to be talking about it and keeping ourselves accountable. Or I'm sorry, it starts Monday. Or Sunday is the beginning of the week, actually. So we are going to be keeping ourselves accountable. You have now until before Sunday to map out, and you're going to share what is the one thing you're going to work on this week. It's one thing, and you have to do it every single day of the week for a week. And it needs to be specific. So don't say, I want to eat healthy. That's no. Who knows what is that? I want to eat only one meal instead of 10, or 3 meals instead of 10 a day. And all of them have to have vegetables in it. And all of them, I'm going to drink water, no sodas, no juices. That's what my meals are going to look like for the whole week. Cool, bet. That's yours. And then the next week, we're going to pick another thing. And then the next week, we're going to pick another thing. And then the next week, we're going to pick another thing. And each week, you have to continue with the things you were already doing. So if you started 10 minutes of workout week 1, you will now have to do 10 minutes of workout plus your challenge for week 2. Week 3, you will have to do 10 minutes of workout, 10 minutes of book reading, and your challenge for week 3. Do we follow? Are we following? So if you are not in the Sister Nation chat and Sister Nation community, make sure you sign up ASAP, because just be honest, you are likely not going to keep yourself accountable. If you were going to keep yourself accountable, you would have likely done it by now. So you know you need that accountability. You know you need that sisterhood. So go ahead and join Sister Nation. And I'm waiting for the team to put the Sister Nation links in the chat for you all. And I'm so loving where God took us today, because 40 days from now, this is going to be a different Sister Nation. Hashtag the Sister Nation 40-day challenge. And I want you to invite every Black woman in STEM you know. Tell them to apply to join to Sister Nation. We're going to be doing it live in the chat. Our community managers are going to be managing this. We're going to be talking. We're going to be sharing testimonials. You can even potentially be featured on our page, in our newsletters. And this 40-day Sister Nation challenge, we outside. Yes. Link to the sisterhood, please. Please put it in the comments. We are waiting. People are waiting, please. And so that is going to be put up. And then I'm also going to share it on the screen because it's also in the deck. Boom, boom, boom. Yes. So this is how you join Sister Nation. If any of your friends are not in Sister Nation, if any person who is a Black woman in STEM that you know is not in Sister Nation, call her up. This is the time to call her and say, girl, get on the main line, get on the hotline. It's going to be lit. 40 days, we coming out amazing. I can't wait for the testimonials in the 40 days. And also, these can also be technical things. So try to mix it up. Don't make everything personal. I want at least 2 of your weeks. One has to be on mentorship and one has to be on money. So we're going to make this career and personal and professional. 40 days, we outside. By the time these 40 days are done, you should be better as a professional. You should be better personally, and you should be better in the pursuit of your career. So many of you need to lock in on your LinkedIn because your LinkedIn is not good. Many of you need to lock in on your resume because it is not sharp. If your resume is more than a page, you need to lock in. If you don't have any LinkedIn posts, you need to lock in. If your LinkedIn does not even have a profile picture, you need to lock in. If you do not have a headshot, you need to lock in. Alrighty. So that is that. And so I'm going to wrap up and leave you guys on the same thing I leave you on every single week. Philippians 4 verses 8. Finally, brethren, whatsoever things are true, whatsoever things are honest, whatsoever things are just, whatsoever things are pure, whatsoever things are lovely, whatsoever things are of good report, if there be any virtue, and if there be any praise, think on these things. Think on these things. Think on these things. Think on these things. Think on these things the next 40 days. And I want you to follow, like, subscribe, comment, tell all the girls. You guys have said this is so eye-opening. This is so amazing. I love this. I'm having such a great time. If you do that and you don't discuss it with anyone else, it's either you're selfish or you didn't really have a good time. Either one, I hope not to be true. Make your time count. Let everyone know it's a 40-day challenge on LinkedIn. That's going to be the first homework. The first homework is to keep yourself accountable by telling the whole world you are about to do a 40-day challenge. And tell the whole world that you're going to keep updating them, specifically on LinkedIn. Thank you, Endurance. Make sure to put the link in the chat. It should be bit.ly/sisternation. Let me see. It should take you to a page like this. Let me share my screen. You should see this. If you are not getting to this page, let us know. You should be here. So Endurance, that's the link. The link should send you there. You should hit the join the wait list and you should go from there. All righty. So your homework is to go on LinkedIn, use the hashtag #TheSisterNation 40-day challenge. This is the hashtag. You are telling everyone you are now in a 40-day challenge to upgrade your life professionally and personally. You will be sharing over the next 40 days how you have been taking small steps to big changes in your life. And you will be keeping everyone updated. So I want to see, and I want everyone to make this post because I want you to be accountable to Sister Nation, but I want you to also be accountable to your word as you're going to put your word out to the world on LinkedIn. Make sure you tag Black Sisters in STEM and you also tag me. We are on a 40-day challenge. It's going to be a good time. And we're going to, for the people who are doing the best, we're going to be doing repost, and who knows, we'll probably make the scholarship for this month connected to this challenge. So whoever is the top of their game for this challenge are going to be the winners of the 40-day challenge. We're going to pick 3 winners. So I highly suggest you lock in, because if you're talking about you need more money, we're actually offering you money. Will you stay consistent for 40 days? If you have not joined Sister Nation, join. This is the link. Very simple. Type in bit.ly/Sister Nation. Alrighty, so it's been a phenomenal time. It's been a great time. Next week, we're having a sisterhood event, and it's going to be amazing because you're actually going to be talking about your 40-day challenge results and testimonials in this sisterhood chat. In this sisterhood event. And the sisterhood event is only for those in Sister Nation. So if you have not joined Sister Nation yet, get to it, girlfriend. And so that is that. Sister Nation challenge. We're outside. We're outside. The Sister Nation 40 days challenge. Let's get it. I want to see everyone's LinkedIn post by Saturday, tomorrow, August 9th. All right. Thank you all. Let's celebrate on our way out. We are empowered Black women.
Now we've drowned our fears before we're good enough to climb the highest mountain, have the wildest dreams. Now we found ourselves, we believe in us. You're a proud Black woman. Love is a way of taking from you. It eats you up, yes, when you take it cool. No, it's not gonna get us anymore. We found a way through this life. Now liberated out of those days. Can't lie, we're trapped in a dark place. It looks so beautiful at the other side. Not going back anymore. Yeah, what I didn't know I could ever do. When they told me no, cannot make it through. Yeah, you taught me to. You taught me to. Just believe and pursue, it will come true. That was a way of taking from you. Beats you up, yes, when you take it home. No, it's not